I'm at First Lockhart National Bank with Nash Jones here talking about the largest NIL deal for Texas State. Pretty big deal. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Texas State players out there and everything. Tell me about this deal with Lockhart National Bank.
It's really cool and nice. This will be one of the first deals that we've done here at the school and us as players and whatnot. And it means a lot for us to be able to put our name, image, and likeness out there. And so, especially to do it with a Texas bank is really cool, and really important.
Yeah, and when they talk about the largest, do you think it's just the scale? Because I know it's not just football players; it's going through basketball, soccer, baseball, some other players. Is that what they mean by the largest, or is it just the largest in the amount of players that are taking part in it?
I think if they mean like cross, different sports, football, basketball, all the different types of things.
The deal, a part of it, obviously, players are gonna be compensated. Like, is there anything you can share with us what the deal is? Obviously, you can't tell us everything, but what is that look like for you guys?
I was told, kind of hush hush and whatnot about it, but I just know that they're taking good care of us.
Yeah, you're getting compensated. That's all. That's the good part that we all need to know. About this bank. I think this is a new location for them and everything. I don't know if they gave you any details to give us about the bank, but it's a nice location, new location. We're here in one of the offices. But what did they tell you they wanted you to share about this bank?
Mainly that it was one of our first partners. Like they're with us all the time. They're a big sponsor of the school and whatnot. And that our slogan is "Take Back Texas Banking" and whatnot. And so it's really nice to be a part of one of our first deals to be a part of a Texas bank.
Yeah, and Victory Star NIL, obviously they're the proponents behind that. I've talked to Janelle Fitzgerald on my podcast about Victory Star NIL. Obviously you're working with them, partner with them. Tell me about your relationship with Victory Star and what they're doing for Texas State athletes.
It's really cool. It's new. But I'm not a big guy when it comes to the whole name, image, likeness stuff and whatnot. I like to put my head down and go to work. So when they told us that they would be going out and reaching out and talking for us and whatnot, I thought it was a really good deal that to kind of help bridge the gap between that. Because a lot of people when they hear we can go get money now, they just think it happens instantly, but they don't think about the building the connections and the groundwork that it takes when you think of these types of brand deals and whatnot. And so when you come to a guy like me or who's an offensive lineman and doesn't really get the shine, it's kind of harder to get those deals. So to be partnered with the Victory Star NIL, where they help us out in that instance, is amazing because I can go and focus on football and do what I do on the field and help the team win, which is my main concern. And then they come to me, they help me out, and we bridge the gap there. So they've been a huge help.
It makes sense. You're concerned with stopping the pass rush. You're not concerned with marketing or how do I find sponsorships and all that. So it's nice to kind of have that middle person to help you bridge that and all of that. But talking about this season, obviously you're banged up. Hopefully you come back this year. But talk to me about these cats. You've been on the sideline. You've been seeing them out there. You were just telling me about Trenton Scott, how he's been playing well. What's it been like, even though they're coming off a loss, but seeing them have a winning record at the midpoint of the season at 4-2?
That's what I'm used to. We're used to a lot of wins, and so to see the guys step up in different ways, different areas, is great. I get to see the game in a different perspective on the sideline, and it makes me want to give back even more so, because I just love seeing my guys go out there and go to work, and I wish I could be out there working with them. Trenton Scott is an amazing player. He's picked up tremendously. There hasn't been, as you can tell, there hasn't been as much sag off as you would think, and he's really putting in the work to be there. He's putting in the work to be the left tackle, to be the anchor. Got to shout out my boy Jameto Big Bo. Man, he's an amazing player. Absolutely amazing player. Really anchoring the line right now, doing what he needs to do as a right tackle. You can see that, sadly, when I was off the field, he was right in there stepping up and doing what he has to do. Shout out my boy Caleb Johnson, the center. People like to talk about me a whole lot, but he's also a big leader in the offensive line room. And so he's picking up the slack. He's doing what he has to do. He's leading the team, leading the offensive line at center position, calling everything out. And so you would think that, because I got injured, banged up a little bit, but they've been doing exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, and even you mentioned Caleb Johnson there and Jameto, obviously. Who do you think, with two captains being out right now, I guess three, but Jordan Rell was supposed to be back this week. with you and Torrey Spears out, who are some guys who you think have kind of have stepped up into that captain role that are left vacant by you and Spears? Specifically, you know more about offensive line. Who do you think we go out right there?
Offensive line, the two that I talked about, Jametto and Caleb. Jametto is more of a quiet dude, but he does his leadership in the way he plays, in the way he practices. He practices really well, in my opinion, and he practices hard every single day and everything that he has to do. And then Caleb Johnson's vocal. You know, if something's not up to the standard, he's going to tell you that the standard is the standard, and he's going to tell you about it. And so those two in the offensive line room, specifically to me, have really stepped up and showed that even though a couple of captains are down, we're not out.
You know, Bobcats are back home this week. Got a conference game with ULM coming up before a bye week. Everybody seems like they could really use that bye week. But how are the feelings in the locker room? Past the midpoint of the season, the identity of the team is kind of there. How do you think when you're there around the team? How do you think everyone is feeling about this game coming up on Saturday?
Oh, we're super excited. Super, super excited. Yeah, we had the bad taste of a loss in our fight, so that obviously that helps. But we're a completely different team, and that shows. We're 4-2 right now. That's a really good record, no matter who it is. And so everybody's excited. Everybody's ready to go play, do what they do on the field, get another win at home, keep that streak up. And so it's you would think because it's the mid-season, everybody, oh, I got a bruise here, I'm banged up here. No, we're excited. We want to go into the bye week with the win, of course.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're all rooting for you to come back this season. Hopefully it works out. If not, we know we'll see you in maroon and gold next year. But Nash, I appreciate you making some time and congratulations on your deal with First and Lockhart National Bank.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.